What's the nature of the mind that is dreaming, the dream? Where is the mind dreaming the dream, creating the dream, looking at the dream? When we dream of an elephant, it seems like the elephant is there, and our mind is here. Elephant, mind, looking, eye, awareness, look. And now we know the elephant actually isn't there, is it? It's not outside of the mind. So where's the mind? Where's the mind that's looking? Good question, isn't it? Where is it? Is it in our dream head? Is there a mind in our dream head that's separate from the dream? But actually no, because the dream's in our mind. How can our mind be separate from the dream that itself is creating? How can our mind be looking at an elephant which is a reflection of itself? The elephant's a reflection of the mind, so how can the mind be looking at that reflection of itself appearing as an elephant? That can't be true, can it? That appearance of our mind to be an independent, truly existing, inherently existing observer of the dream, looking, listening, touching, smelling, tasting, thinking, feeling, some sort of independent bubble of consciousness that's inside this dream body. That appearance of our mind in the dream doesn't exist. It's empty. It's as empty as the elephant. It's as empty as all the rest of the dream. It's not real. It's not true. It doesn't exist in the way it's appearing, because our mind is actually pervading the whole dream, isn't it? Everything that's appearing is appearing within the mind as a reflection of the mind. So the mind is the nature of emptiness itself, isn't it? It can't be. We can't point and say the mind's here looking at the dream out there, because the mind's out there as much as it's out here. But we can't say the mind's. We can't point and say the mind's there, because it's here as well and it's there as well. It's everywhere in the dream, isn't it? The mind, the consciousness that is creating the dream is the nature of the dream. It's inseparable from the dream, and it's unfindable within the dream. It's empty. The appearance of the dream is the nature of the mind, and the mind is the nature of emptiness. It just cannot be found. Can't be pointed to. Can't be isolated, independent of the dream appearance, the three-dimensional dream universe. The mind is pervading and unfindable within the whole dream. The whole dream is arising within the emptiness of the mind, which is its creator, and its observer and its experiencer. The mind experiences, the mind creates, the mind observes and feels pleasure, pain, suffering within the dream, but that mind does not exist inherently or independently of the whole dream universe. It's creating, it's empty, it cannot be found, it's just like empty space, it's everywhere, and it's nowhere to be found. Our dream mind, if we can realize the emptiness of our dream mind, then we realize the emptiness of our waking mind is just the same. The mind that is dreaming is just a subtler level of the mind that wakes up. So if the dream mind is empty, is unfindable, the waking mind is equally empty and unfindable. Our mind is creating, is the nature of all this infinite universe that we now perceive and experience. It doesn't appear like that, because it appears like our mind is somehow locked inside of our body, looking out, listening out, smelling out. But that appearance of our mind being trapped, sort of, and isolated within our body, independent of the world around us, is empty. It's just unreal. It's not existing. It's false. Our mind is everywhere, and it's nowhere to be found at the same time. We can't point to it and say it's here or it's there or it's... but it's everywhere. Because our mind is the creator of all. When we develop, through listening, we develop the wisdom that from listening to understand the emptiness of phenomena, of things, of elephants, of people, beings, and then we realize the emptiness of the mind. We get that first sense of the infinite power of our mind, the extraordinary, infinite potential we've got to know everything. Our Buddha nature is the emptiness of our mind, really. Our mind's potential power, through realizing its own emptiness, through deep meditative experience of the emptiness of our mind, we realize everything. Everything appears to that empty mind, which pervades the past, the present, the future, and has no limit in its knowledge and power. That is the omniscient mind of the Buddha. That's who Buddha is. A living being like us, who was a human being, trapped in the bubble of self-existence, of duality of mind and internal mind, external world, trapped in his own dream-like princely mind, and that he broke the bubble of that deceptive, conscious, deluded, contaminated mind, and released his mind from all obstructing ignorance and confusion, and so came to know everything. When we realize the emptiness of our mind, and to begin with, it's just it's a reflection of that emptiness. It isn't the actual emptiness. It's just a mental image that it's the truth. It's realizing the truth. It's wisdom arisen from listening, contemplation, and then through single-pointed deep absorption we dissolve our mind into that emptiness, into its own emptiness, again and again and again, until we destroy all the karmic contaminant potentialities in our mind, creating this duality, this false appearance of things, until eventually, when there's no contaminated karma left, creating a false dream-like appearance, our mind then just, that mind which is absorbed into emptiness, then realizes everything without projecting any subjective, delusive, contaminate appearance. And so that mind becomes omniscient. Wisdom, enlightenment, Buddhahood is attained. Buddha has not only just woken up in the dream, Buddha destroyed the dream.